Welcome to the first video feed for DellsDucksHockey.com. We have a treat tonight with Matt Rowe back in town. Welcome back, Matt.
Thank you.
One of the original members of the Dells Ducks. Matt has been playing this past year for Bethel University in the Twin Cities area, am I right?
Yep, St. Paul. Yeah.
And you had a great season there.
Yeah, it's blast.
From what I can remember, I did take a few notes. You had a good first season. Looks like it was a young team, especially in goal. A junior and two freshmen, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, that's correct. Yeah.
So, better things to come
for
that team.
Yeah, we had, I don't remember the exact number, we had over 10 freshmen on the team total. So we had a really young team. We started out in first place half of the season. We went on a trip to Turkey, actually.
I remember seeing that on Facebook, yeah.
As a team trip. And after that, I don't want to blame the Turkey trip, but we got off to a rough start when we came back, and we just couldn't figure it out again.
Well, definitely your stats were better early, from what I can see. I think your first two starts were a couple of tough one-goal losses, and then a typical Matt Rowe game, a 2-0 shutout win. I think you stopped about 30 shots that night.
Yeah, that was a fun one. I'll always remember that.
Yeah, that was against Gustavus Adolphus. Is that a league team?
Yeah, they're in the MIAC.
Okay. And you have all four goalies returning, so I would assume that there's going to be kind of a friendly battle going on there between those four guys?
Yeah, I think we're actually only having 3 return for
the
next
juniors
year.
moving on?
No, one of the sophomore goalies.
Oh, okay.
Returning. But yeah, it should still be a good competition between the 3 of us who are still there.
Okay. And it seemed like the routine was that you all pretty much got a healthy number of starts. I think the junior got the most, but the coach didn't seem shy about putting all of you in.
Yeah, he just really played whoever he thought he was going to win that week, whoever was looking good in practice or how they played the week before. So really fair as far as that goes.
Yeah, that's good. And they always talk about the jump, from high school to junior. And did it take some getting used to the college level of play?
Yeah, I mean, at first, we had so much time though to practice beforehand, but early on in those practices and those captain skates, it's a good jump. And not that junior is not getting you ready, but I mean when you get there, it's just something else how fast everyone is. And but the thing is, you also have a longer preseason because we skated for about 2 months before our first game, so it really gives all the freshmen a good chance to
That's
adjust.
good, yeah. Get your feet under you.
Yeah.
The other thing I'm wondering about was as far as just being in school again. You spent 2 years as basically a part-time student, I think. Mm-hmm. Did that take some getting used to, getting back to the regular classes and stuff like that?
Yeah, it did a little bit. I mean, really, you slowly transitioned into it too. So you started out with no skating or anything. You got to just be a student for a couple of weeks, and then they slowly phased in the hockey aspect too. So it wasn't too rough of a transition, but it's definitely you have a lot less time than you had in juniors. But you have to really make sure you're getting all your stuff done.
No, I'm sure grades haven't come out. You're just on your way home right now, but good first year. Did you feel pretty good about the studies too?
Yeah, honestly, I had one of my better academic years I've had since.
That's awesome.
Being in school. So.
If we could just look back at the Ducks for a couple minutes. Obviously, your first year here must have been interesting. Probably a little bit different than maybe with the Rampage, just because this was a brand new team. Everything was new, from the jersey you put on to the coach to everything being brand new. It must have been an interesting experience that first year.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun, honestly, being part of the foundation of this organization and really watching it take off. And this year I've been following the guys online, every game pretty much, and sit there and check the scores. It's really just fun to see how well this place has taken off, and knowing that I was part of the foundation, and the same with the guys I played with.
Yeah, that's for sure. I mean, they'll never be able to take that away from you. You're one of the pioneers in this town. When I think about your career with the Ducks, it's funny because your very first game is the one to me that sticks out. You made such a huge impression up in Bloomington. I think you stopped about 44 out of 46 or 7 shots, and gave the Ducks, I think it was a 4-3 win over the Northern Lights, one of only a handful of games they lost all year.
Yeah, that's a fun one looking back on. I always remember that game as well. Just kind of for first year team, getting our first game in against the league best team, and we showed them that we belong there.
Was there any other specific memories from that first season that you kind of take with you?
Really, anytime playing Rochester,
Okay.
that was great. Either there or here, it's fun to get the fans involved, and remember a couple of big fights on the ice out there, and definitely some good memories.
Now, one of the interesting things about the year coming up, obviously you had I guess kind of like this year, you had a bit of a healthy rivalry with a couple of other goaltenders on the Ducks. You had a close bond with both the goaltenders as well. There's a pretty good chance you're going to line up against one of them this year. The games against Hamline have got to be just a little bit more interesting now.
Yeah, it'll be fun. I'm looking forward to playing against Sully and seeing him back on the ice again.
Yeah, I think that's going to be something that all Duck fans are going to be interested in. He had a great year here, obviously, and I think you two were they couldn't have picked two better goalies, you and Sully and O'Leary, for that first season, and to have you playing against each other is going to be kind of a treat.
Yeah, I mean, we're great friends off the ice, and I know it won't change when we're on the ice either, but it'll be fun to get a little friendly competition in there. So.
Okay. I remember talking to you shortly after you had committed to Bethel, and you were very excited about it. That school in particular, you were really excited about going to that school. Has it been all you hoped for so far?
Oh yeah, I've loved it so far. It's been great. I mean, I didn't really know what to expect entirely going into it, but I mean, as far as hockey and school and just the atmosphere there, it's been great. I loved every moment.
And it looks like you're working towards a degree in economics. What do you see yourself doing after your 4 years?
That's still kind of a gray area, not too sure, but I mean, I definitely want to pursue economics. That's my goal. So we'll see where it takes me from there.
I noticed one of your top players, I think it was the second leading scorer. I just saw a headline today on your website that he was going to move on to play some level of pro hockey.
Yep.
Is that something that you've thought about at all?
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to be jumping ahead here.
Right.
I want to work my way up, but I mean, if I had the opportunity, I would love to go and play somewhere. That'd be a blast after college.
Okay. What's the plan for the summer now? Do you get some time off, or do you have some sort of a regimen as far as training and stuff like that goes?
Yeah, we got a 5-day-a-week training sheet for workouts and stuff. So there's really no time off necessarily. As far as skating goes, our team's from all over the country, from Alaska to California to Massachusetts. So they can't really tell us what to do as far as that goes, but everyone's got people that they know at different schools back home. So
it's pretty much a year-round thing now. You just have to stay pretty good shape over the summer. There's not really any time to sort of just lay off, I guess.
Not really. They gave us about 1 week off after the season ended, and then it was right back to the weight room. So.
Yeah, well, I mean that's a team that's looking to turn things around in the years ahead for sure. Well, I can't thank you enough for stopping by, and for all the Ducks fans to get a chance to get a glimpse of you one more time. You played such a big part in the team's history in that first season. You were just instrumental in so many ways for a team that kind of struggled to find its identity, and it's just great to see you again, Matt.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Thanks for stopping by.